Alright everybody, today we're going to be doing the Star Wars Legion box set, the Rebellion side this time. Let's see if I can take my pile of shame and turn it into something worthwhile.
Now, the first step is to actually build the models, and I decided to take the speeders as they looked a little bit more difficult to put together, and I was kind of right. They don't have any clear instruction on where and how to put them together, at least from what I could see. So I had to go through the book and kind of look for examples for the other side just to get a clear image on what it actually looked like. And with that, I was able to put both of them together and they look pretty good. However, the glue was not working and I'm going to have to find something better to use as glue, as the Tamiya thin cement is too thin, obviously, and I need something a little bit more thicker. And I advise anyone new or just getting into the models together that you need to really ventilate like crazy. At least put a fan on to suck away the fumes, open a window, or just a well ventilated room to suck out the toxic air that these chemicals produce, or the super glue it actually produces. The rest of the models turned out pretty good. However, quite a few of them I think could have been better. Some of the models had arms sticking out too far from their sockets. As you can see here, having little cracks near the shoulders, they're not plugging in correctly. And the glue wasn't reacting well with the plastic for whatever reason, so I just had to deal with it. I did have some milliput and some green stuff lying around. I could have used that to fix, but it's a bit too late now. I already just painted over it just to kind of hide it the best I could, but you can still see it. I heard that these models are not the greatest compared to the newer ones that were coming out this month in September, or a little later, I think.
Alrighty, before we start, I wanted to show you that I am using this airbrush paint set that I got from Amazon Home Arty, whatever. It comes with 16 airbrush paints plus 2 thinners. So let's hope those are good. I've used them before, quite recently on a different video. I don't know much about the quality of air paints across the board, so I'm only going off of what I know and understand from videos I've watched, and this is the kit I'm going to be using. This just a small portable airbrush kit that I picked up as well. It's quite nice. Comes with an airbrush, which is nice. Also I have that, the jar, cleaning kit. So I'm going to use this to spray all the models primed with white.
So this is my second attempt at using an airbrush, and I decided to why not use it on the models as a base coat. For the main paint that I was going to use, I think the main trouble that I'm having with the airbrush is consistency with the mixture of paint and to thinner. The paint came with thinner. However, I tried 1:1 ratio, 1:2 ratio, and all the numbers just wasn't really working out for me. I'm really just using a small compact compressor that doesn't give out a lot of power or pressure. And me not knowing how to do that, and just a lot of variables, kind of make it frustrating for me to keep going with airbrushing. I want to learn, I want to actually get good with it, so I can do base color coding and various other projects with airbrushing. But for what I wanted, it turned out okay. Just needed a base coat.
Well, I'm not going to be wasting my time with this anymore. It's a good idea, but if I had like maybe a few models to airbrush, I would, but I have a ton and I don't have a lot of time. So I'm going to go back to the spray paint instead, and I'm just going to finish whatever is left in here on whatever models, and weapons. Maybe I'll do some of the speeders. No, I'll save it for the spray can, but I'll just use whatever paint I got left. I still got a little bit left, so. Alrighty, let's go see what's in the box here.
What's in the box?
Nice, they look good. Let me pull them out. Can you guess which side is spray painted versus airbrushed for covering as a primer? If you had said this side over here is spray painted and this side is airbrushed all, then yes, you are correct. They're not too bad.
Now onto the regular painting of the models with the acrylic paints. These paints are not the best, but they're all I have, so I have to make do with them. I do, however, have some Citadel paints left over from my Warhammer collection, so I'll be able to use that. The only troublesome or difficulty I had with these models were the faces, as I'm not too particularly skilled with that, so I just tried my best and hoped for the best. And I think some of them turned out pretty good, others not so much, but I had to accept that and just get better over time. If there was one model that I found that was the best, or I thought I did really good on overall, and kind of enjoyed painting, was the Rebellion Walker. That model is one of my favorites. The human pilot is probably not the best, but the Walker with its lead belcher gray that I use from the Warhammer set is one of my favorites. At the end of the day, I'm still learning about how to paint models correctly, thinning paints, and everything else in between. I have a long way to go, and it's kind of a journey for me as I am new, and I hope you appreciate it and enjoy the content. But I am enjoying the models, putting them together, painting them, and I think they're all just come together nicely, especially with the sand and the tufts of grass that are added. If you're enjoying this content, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and if you have any suggestions or ideas, leave them in the comments below and let me know what you think about my painting and how I can improve. I really appreciate any input. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll catch you in the next video.